especially if you dealing with Walmart customer service or Target customer service.
Mm-hmm.
You know how I feel.
Yeah. B, this is
Good afternoon. I left with a podcast. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
yes, we can hear you. So, man, we just got done talking about Target and the bigotry going on there, with conservatives forcing the stock price to drive down because of the LGBTQ friendly clothing. Uh, uh, what, what were your thoughts on the stock being driven down? I want to ask you about the controversy. I think unless you want to comment on it, but what is your price on what is your thoughts on the stock being driven down?
First and foremost, good afternoon, everybody. Coming in a little bit late. I'm actually driving. I hope the audio is clear. If not wrong, please fix it. I ain't trying to be on here sounding like a bad commercial. But
You sound great.
You sound
great.
perfect. Oh, also, Leslie, happy belated Mother's Day. I don't think I
Thank
wished you that, but yeah, happy belated Mother's Day. But back to the top. Oh, also, Trey and Blades. I'm about to Ike this right quick. So so when it comes to the controversy, as we all know, controversy sells. Whether you are for Target selling that type of merchandise or you're against it, controversy sells. Me, I don't really. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't care about that controversy in general and conservatives doing what they do.
Mm-hmm.
The conversation when Ron brought it to the group chat that I'm in, it was more of, all right, cool. So if they drove down the stock price, what we need to do is buy the ETF for Target's competitors. So any retail store, their competitor is going to be Amazon. Again, for any brick and mortar retail store, their competitor is going to be Walmart. So what Rome always asks me when I'm telling him about individual stocks is, hey, man, can you find me an ETF with that?
Yeah.
So the ETF that was found for the consumer discretionary portion of the market was R as in Romeo, T as in Tango, H as in Hotel. No, I was not in the military. I just have a job that requires me to know the NATO phonetic alphabet.
Right. RTH is the ETF he's referring to. If y'all not familiar with an ETF is, exchange traded fund. It's basically a basket of stocks.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Think of, and I was thinking of this analogy when Ron told me he was going to call me. Think of your top 5 rappers in any era and think of them individually as the individual stock, but think of them collectively as this group of stocks, which is that ETF. So in this particular ETF, it has Amazon, it has Home Depot, it has Walmart, Costco, and when I get to the house, I'll put it in the comment that links to the top 15 holdings of it. But basically, it was, as the title of the show is, balling off bigotry. If they're not spending money at Target, they have to spend money elsewhere. Because just think about this logically. If you're no longer getting your food, your just your everyday household stuff, if you're no longer getting that from Target, where are you getting that from? You can't just say, oh, well, since Target got this line that I don't agree with for whatever reason, I'm gonna just stop buying tissue. Nobody's doing that. I'm gonna just stop buying food for my family because Target got some LGBT. I'm sorry, I didn't pronounce it correctly. Y'all don't come for me in the comments. But since they sell these shirts, I'm gonna just stop doing everything I need to keep my household functioning because Target made me mad. But and again, those are the conversations to where I like having with people. Like, okay, cool. You see something that upsets you, but it's also financial ramifications to that as well. My comment in our group chat was, hey, you're either a wolf or a sheep when it comes to finances.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to, again, Earn Your Leisure, Wall Street Trapper. He says it. I'm just regurgitating what he says. You're either a wolf or you're a sheep. So whether you agree with what Target did or didn't do, you financially have to make a decision, because every dollar that you spend of your own money is you making a vote. Because I had told Jerome, hey, I'm also buying an individual stock, which is Lockheed Martin, just due to the, things that are going on in the Pacific Ocean with
hold
China.
on. Let me pull it up for the listeners, because I got it right here. So what he's referring to is the United States has told Taiwan that they need to increase their military spending in the event that China invades. So the U.S. is supposed to be giving them like $619 million worth of help or some shit like that. So they told them that they need to increase their military spending just in case China invades. So that's what he's referring to. But you got it, Brandon. Go ahead.
All right, cool. So with that, it's one of those, again, what they're going to talk about on the news is, how do you feel? Again, we all grown here. We all got feelings. Brandon is never going to tell you your feelings ain't important, because my wife is here in the truck with me, so she know I had this conversation with any and everybody, grown, our child, whoever. I'm not going to tell you your feelings are not important. At the end of the day, that's what the media is doing. The media is just trying to get your attention. What I want you to think about is, financially, how is this going to affect me? So since the United States is going to send our tax dollars to another country and tell them that they have to basically kind of help them out building up their military for this impending war, let me get ahead of it. Let me go buy Lockheed Martin stock. I see what it is. I see what the 52-week high was. For me, when it comes to buying individual stocks, I look at the 100-day moving average. Again, that's the 100-day moving average. If you don't know what that is, Google is your friend, bruh, in the words of Jay-Z. But yeah, and when I did the 100-day moving average, the price that it was at when I purchased it was less than a 100-day moving average. But again, if you're saying, hey, Brandon, I don't want to get locked in with just Lockheed Martin, which Rome did. I said, all right, Rome, here's the top 3 players in the aerospace defense sector. It was Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, and I can't remember the other one, Rome. If you go to the group,
I think it was Northrop Grumman, if I'm not mistaken. It was the big military contractors. Yeah.
Northam Group, that's what it was. So I found Rome an ETF with all 3 of those companies in there, to where, again, and another beautiful thing about an ETF is, if one company, let's use basketball. So let's say you got an all-star team. I know we got Milwaukee Bucks fans here, so we got Giannis, we got the Joker, we got LeBron, if you want to throw him in there. Whoever, just your top 5 players, but we all know Giannis is going to be in there. So the beautiful thing about an ETF is, if Giannis has a bad game that night for whatever reason, or don't play that night, whatever reason, the other 4 all-stars that you selected that are a part of that ETF, you're gonna reap the benefits of them having great games.
Facts. So
that's why when I drop in an individual stock, I already know what Rome question gonna be is what the ETF is. So
we ain't relying on LeBron.
Right. Because again, LeBron will have a bad night. LeBron been playing for 20 years, and I think what he's doing, just basketball, but outside of basketball, also hell of a dude. But bringing it back to finances, he's done a lot of the same things as well. I get people saying, hey, I don't have a lot of money to put into the market. I get it. Cool. But if you don't have a lot of money to put in the market, you have to put something in the market for your future self, or you have to get committed to paying off some of that debt you have. Like, guys, they hadn't officially said it. We're heading into a recession. Now, again, nobody's reported that, but it's coming. Like the GDP, we hadn't had growth in a while. And again, I understand some of these terms may be foreign, it may be over some people's head, but just look at it. Like, ain't nobody got no damn money. The government every other year talking about shutting down. They can't pay people, or it can't pay its bills, and they got the nerve to give me a credit score. Ain't that crazy, Trey? Trey, ain't that crazy? Trey might have walked one.
No, he here. He had me
absolutely crazy. No, you preaching. Keep going.
But yeah, it's just one of those things to where, again, this whole Target controversy, bringing it back full circle. How you feel is how you feel. I'm not here to change that. All I'm here to do is just advise you to also try to try to make some money off of it. Because guess who is going to make money off of it? Those people who said they're not spending money with Target. They say, hey, I'm gonna go buy some Walmart stock and I'm gonna go back to shopping at Walmart. Because they know where their money is going. But it's again, it's that topic. It was had a lot of different opinions and ideas in the group chat. But like I say, for me, it's always, what's the financial ramifications of this? Okay, y'all showed me that y'all could sink Target stock. Congratulations, y'all did that with Bud Light as well. The people who was drinking Bud Light didn't just stop drinking Bud Light. I mean, they didn't just stop drinking beer. They started drinking something else.
Right.
So that's where, again, I say, don't let the news stations and the media use you just for views and to keep your mind off of the bigger picture. Because again, we all got families. That's one thing we do know. I do know we all got families, and it's your individual responsibility to make sure that your family's taken care of. Like I say, $20 every 2 weeks or every week when you get paid. Hey, you may not have a lot, but it adds up over time. Like, you playing the long game. This ain't something to where, oh man, I put $20 in the market today and
you're expecting 1,000 tomorrow.
Right. This ain't gambling. If you want to gamble, go gamble. But what you can do, again, going back to what I advise, my wife's sitting here, she probably can tell you exactly what I'm going to say next. Get a budget. Oh, well, Brandon ain't good with budgets. Okay, cool. Well, go back and look at your last 12 months of your bank statements. Because in our minds, we may think we're spending money one way, but then when you go back and look at them bank statements, like, shit, I ain't know I had that many. I'm sorry for cussing.
You good?
I ain't know I had that many, subscriptions that was coming out. That's where all my money's going. Yeah, because if you cancel 2 of them, now you got your $20 extra that you can just throw in that retirement account, that investment account. If you got children, your children's college fund, or I don't have a college fund for my son. Not that I don't want him to go to college, but with some of those educational funds, I'll call it, they are very restrictive on what you can use that money for. So for him, I got him something like a uniform gift to minor account, UTMA or one of them two. But again, once he gets 18, he'll have his portfolio, and he's able to do
what he wants with the money.
What he wants with the money. Now, me being his father and me having these conversations with him, it's more so of, hey, I ain't just giving you a bunch of money and I'm just gonna let you go crazy. I'm giving you the money. You can do whatever you want with it, but let's use this wisely, because whatever religion you are, the good Lord giveth and he taketh away. I'm not gonna be here forever. That's one thing I do know. So that's why, again, I advise people, hey, have real and honest conversations with your children. Because again, if they're expecting you to always be here, that ain't gonna happen. Now most parents want to outlive their kids, and in some situations they don't. But again, bringing it back all financially and to a full circle, we gotta not only have these conversations with ourselves and our spouses, but with our children if you got them. And like I say, again, going back to that budget, you need to create a budget. You need to come up with a plan, not I'm working this person's plan this week and I'm working that person's plan next week, because you'll never get any traction and you will feel overwhelmed. What is the best way to do this? Do you invest while you still carrying high balance credit card debt? I don't know. If that's what you want to do, then do it. But stick with that plan. Because what I did was I said, hey, I want to pay off X amount of dollars worth of debt. That was just my goal. That's the way that I went about it. Is that gonna work? Did that work for me? Yes. Would that plan work for Rome or Trey or anybody else? No, they may think that plan is stupid and dumb, but that's fine as long as we're working a plan to get some financial stability. Because I'm waiting on Jerome to do this, to make this shirt. And if you guys hadn't already,
don't give him
don't
give him the idea. But go ahead, you got it.
Okay, if y'all hadn't already done so, go support the show by giving a thumbs up, making some comments, telling a friend to tell a friend, but also supporting by going to the store. Buy some merch. I bought the Earth the Kid sweatshirt, and I think I was telling Rome a month or so ago. I went out to, just pick up some breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
I had it on because it was a little chilly in Dallas, and got stopped at the donut shop by two older Caucasian gentlemen that was like, "Hey, I like the sweatshirt." Told them where they can go get it. Now, I don't know if they get it. I don't know if they copped it just yet. I'd have to rely on Rome to tell me about the analytics of the store.
Yeah.
But again, man, it's stuff like, hey, I'm using my money, and again, coming back finances, using my money to support a show that I now pop up on from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
But also, because again, I fools with,
Right.
Jerome, Kendall, Blaze, Trey. Now we got Leslie on the show. Everybody, because again, those are just good people, and me spending money with them, if I know I'm gonna be cold and I'm gonna need a sweatshirt, why not spend the money with them as opposed to Nike? Don't need my $60.
Not at all. We need it over there on label though.
Yeah, feel like gonna be all
We
right.
appreciate any donations.
Hey,
Run my
donations. Nah, I'm gonna leave dude alone. But yeah, nah, man. Like I say, that's where I'm at with it. So the next time y'all are watching the news, and even going back to the incident that Trey had, was it Walmart, Trey? Did you say
It's always Walmart.
Bam. So for Walmart, I know what stock that, talking to Trey, I would never tell him about Walmart stock, the individual stock. Now I'll tell Trey about this ETF that has Walmart in there, and I may mention something at the very end of the conversation, like, "Hey, yeah, Trey, they also hold stock in Walmart. But don't worry about it."
Yeah,
something like that. So it's just one of those. Again, y'all, let's start using this information and balling off of bigotry, basically.
Yeah, what I'm trying to do is get us as a community stop moving so emotionally. It's fine to be mad at shit, but whenever but whenever one of these corporations go out here and fuck up, like you said, there's somebody who's gonna be whether it's a competitor or, like I said, them and that or even Target itself. Like, this is gonna blow over with Target. They stock gonna drop 13%. We can buy it right now, and when it go back up, which we know is gonna hit another 52-week high, and we'll definitely get some money off of this one individual stock, which I don't totally believe in, but you get the gist of my conversation.
Right. And for me, I think this might be what Jerome was also wanting me to say, but when it comes to the Target situation, so for me, I'm going to still spend my money with Target.
Yeah.
Here's why. Tab Brown, which is a creative, like, Target has put a lot of money in lately towards Black businesses and creatives. So now I'm pretty sure there are some Black conservatives. We not dumb.
Right.
But at the same time, it's one of those things to where they can be mad and not spend their money with Target. That's fine. I don't control what they spend their money on. Those are grown people. What I'm going to do is still spend my money at Target because of their relationship with Tabitha Brown. They even sent me a nice little book, her magazine, talking about her family, and her line. I ain't read it, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but they sent it to me. So it's one of those things to where I want to spend my money with that company because of that. Now, the LGBTQ plus community, I think I said it right this time.
Mm-hmm.
I had to say it slow, but with that, again, I'm not knocking how anybody chooses to live their life, their sexuality, or whatever. I don't care, because at the end of the day, what I tell y'all, you are responsible for not only yourself, but your family's financial well-being. Especially, I know Miss Leslie on here, but we, as a man, men, we have to be responsible for a lot of things. And that's one thing that I take very serious. You can ask any and everybody. I'm gonna make sure my wife and my child have what they need. I don't care about working 120 hours a week. If that's what it takes for me to make sure they got what they need, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And I know all the men on here are like that as well. And I know Miss Leslie, she was on vacation last time. No, she was. Well, hold on. What was the word? Because I was listening
gallivanting. Gallivanting.
She was gallivanting.
Gallivanting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gallivanting. Now I don't know if y'all don't know what that means or not, but go read the dictionary.
I've been doing a lot of gallivanting these past few months, I will admit, but for professional purposes, and I'm not a prostitute.
There you go. Hey,
no shame in sex worker. No shame in sex worker, but she ain't a prostitute.
I was just gonna say, don't say that.
No, I'm not shaming. You do what's best for you, but I'm not.
Yeah, but no, she works hard because I mean, it was a few episodes ago in which she was out, I think in California for a work event, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was in Santa Monica for work.
Yeah, so again, Leslie working hard as well, and that's one of those things to where, for her children, she's going to do the same thing. Like, again, at the end of the day, these news topics are news topics. All the media and news is trying to do is keep your attention so you can keep coming back watching them. Like, another interesting thing about this is the whole Tucker Carlson situation. Now, whether you like Tucker Carlson or you don't, that ain't got nothing to do with me, but I know they said when he left Fox News, the numbers. Men lie, women lie, the numbers don't lie. Mm-hmm. They said the numbers for that time slot went down. Then he's supposed to be talking about his new show on Twitter. So who knows? Like I say, again, it's one of those, if you're following Tucker Carlson, yeah, you may no longer invest in Fox News by watching the shows and things of that nature. But I say go buy some damn Twitter stock. Why? Because I think Elon Musk just gave him a job. Yeah, I think the show is supposed to be on Twitter TV. So, yeah, Elon Musk just gave him a job, so go buy Twitter stock. That's all I would tell you. Because, again, I don't care who you vote for, who you like, don't like, who you love, do love. I just want you to, at the end of the day, Brandon really just wants you to be happy. Swear to God. Swear to God.
And financially free. That's what we're trying to get to.
That's it, man. That's it. And again, I'm gonna give you some information. Now, what you do with it, that's totally up to you. Because again, at the end of the day, my granny always told me, you gotta let grown people be grown people, and I'm gonna let grown people down.
Okay. All right, bet, man. Brandon, listen, bro. I appreciate the information as always, my brother. I appreciate the support of the show. Man, listen, get to where y'all going safe, brother. And we will hit you up, bro, again when something like this pressing come up. But like as always, bro, appreciate the information.
Hey, it's been my pleasure. Again, man, y'all go to the store. Go to the store. Hey, Rome, I think you told me you got a sale going on. So again, hey, the money that you save off from buying unlabeled merchandise is the money that you can use to start that investment account.
Big fact.
And I'm gone.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right.
Yeah. That was Brandon, ladies and gentlemen, friend of the show, and like I said, I've called him a financial extraordinaire. That's my guy, though. Like they say, you were some of the five closest people to you, man. Listen, like we always trying to get information disseminated, and as we grow, we gonna want y'all to grow with us as well. You know what I mean? So, listen, I appreciate Brandon once again. And before we get back started, because I think this little video is.